We're back.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Aisha Prattler here with Eric Jenkins, and we are back for another week of Off the Rails. It is January 25th, Sunday morning, and track is back, and we're excited to be together. We made it. We weathered all the time we had with not much track action by talking about random shit, and we finally made it around.
Track's back. We have a lot to talk about. A lot happened.
Yeah, we really do. First of all, how was your week?
My week's good. The Seacoast, New Hampshire right now is in a total frenzy because we have the storm of the century coming up. It's just started here.
Okay.
The snow started flying. A lot of hype, a lot going on there. Today's a huge day, Aisha. We've got
The
Storm, Fern,
Pats.
we have also a Patriots playoff game in a couple hours. So I'm pretty jazzed up.
Pretty jazzed. I love that this storm is called Fern. My great grandmother, who lived to be 100 years old, was named Fern. And she was
Welcome back.
pretty sassy. And I like if this storm lives up to the hype, I'm like, yeah, she really sent it on this one.
This is so your grandma coded.
It is. It is.
100
It
years
really
old.
is. Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sweet. I have a lot of longevity genes in my family. So that's on my mom's side. And on my dad's side, we had centenarians
That's
as well. So, I tried to pick up some habits that like might keep me from living to be 120.
Blue
Um,
zone type stuff.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Do you want to live to 120? But
God no.
I mean, maybe we do. Like, I feel like I'm in my mid 30s, and I feel like mid 30s now is different than mid 30s back then. But
Uh-huh.
that's a lot of time.
You see somebody. Well, you see someone who's really old, right? And their back's like a question mark. Gravity is beating the shit out of them, and you go, bless their heart, obviously, but there's something about it that looks rough. But then on the flip side, you see an older person who's got unbelievable energy, healthy, firing in all cylinders, and you go like, that's what it's all about.
Completely. And it looks fun, and you lose sort of the ability to like really care that
Care
much
after yourself.
Well, I'm saying like care about how you're perceived, and you just become your true self. I mean, back to Fern, like she would just say whatever she wanted, and it was pretty sick.
Yeah, you would hope that you're really speaking your mind come the triple digits of age. You're walking around at 95 like, I really don't want to get canceled from bingo. I got to toe the line. You're giving politically correct answers in like your cribbage club because you just don't want to reveal too much about yourself. I don't know.
Yeah. If you lose cribbage, what else you got?
You're like, I'm 1 foot in the grave already. If I'm out of cribbage, I'm jumping in there head first. How was your week?
Good. I was in New York for a work trip. That was good. And I wasn't going to come to Millrose just because I've got a lot going on. And then being in the city for a few nights, I decided we can't miss it. And Will was really hyping me up. He's like, remember last year we said we're never going to miss this again.
Did you
so
say
I got
that?
convinced. He did say that. Yeah. And I did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I said you.
Yeah. Yes. I did say that. But I'm trying
It
not
is
to
such a fun meet.
It is such a fun meet. I mean, all indoor track is so fun, but I think Millrose especially, we talked about it last week about how the Armory is just electric and there's so much going on. There's so much to see. The Wanamaker Mile field looks so great on both the men's side and the women's side. Like there's a lot going on and a lot of hype, and it helps that the meet is on a Sunday. So it's easier for me to travel and sort of keep my schedule in line. So I'm going to be there. I'm so excited. And then, just been recovering. I went to Pilates this morning. We have the cold. We don't have really the snow. Like we got a couple inches. But it has been for Boulder quite cold, but it didn't stop the ladies for getting out there, getting snatched on a Sunday morning.
Good.
And I would say we're thriving.
Hell yeah. What more can you ask for?
You can't ask for anything more. When you said back like a question mark today, we were cued that your back should look like a cocktail shrimp at some point. So just want to throw that in as a potential. When you're an old lady, you could have a back like a question mark. You could also have a back like a cocktail shrimp. Never heard that before.
Is that so? A back like a cocktail shrimp. I'm
Curl it up, baby.
Those are, yeah. I'm like, you. That's the goal.
We were doing a move and the instructor said, okay, bring your knees in and arch your back. And I want your backs to be looking like a cocktail shrimp.
Oh, okay. It was one specific pose.
One specific
shrimp.
pose. Yeah, no, we don't want to be walking around like a cocktail shrimp unless I'm 120 years old and then I'm going to have a cocktail shrimp back.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to say that your Pilates instructor is kind of full of shit, but okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. So good week. Looking forward to seeing you next week. So you did not, for our listeners, you did not make the trip down to Boston.
I did not make the long trek to Boston. I stayed home. We've been doing a lot of traveling, so I just kind of wanted to relax.
Hunker down.
I'm hunkering down. I'm prepping for the storm of the century, and I'm getting my wits about me.
How much snow, like over under, what's our FanDuel odds of how much snow you're going to get?
They're saying, I think our FanDuel coworkers are saying over under at 20 inches.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. How fun.
Yeah, very fun. As long as we don't lose power, everything's gonna be okay.
What kind of stuff did you get to prep?
My fridge looks like what I would imagine Ellie St. Pierre's fridge looks like, just lots of milk. I've got my canned goods. I'm willing to, if need be, push comes to shove, I could be holed up in here for a few weeks and do just fine.
The milk is so crazy to me.
Well, yeah, but that's because your stomach. That's public enemy number one for your stomach. Yeah. Just true jugs of poison. But the good thing about a winter storm is if you lose power, you don't really have to worry about the fridge, right? Like you could just put things outside and you're fine. No, I'm not. When the power goes out, I'm not worried about losing my milk. I'm worried about, I guess, hypothermia and freezing to death. That's public. That's my concern. Milk is the last thing on my. When the power goes down, I'm not immediately going, oh God, oh no, no, my milk. Time to start drinking. Let me open up the throat. Let me chug this down. No, it's okay. Let's bundle up and stay warm.
Do you have like a wood? I just imagine that every house in New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, like has like a cozy wood stove. I don't
have a wood stove, but I do have electric fireplace that runs off gas. So
runs off gas. Okay.
So I could be. So I'll be. I don't want to say that. I don't want to jinx myself and say I'm not gonna freeze to death, but I'm pretty. I am confident. Great. And I'm looking forward to whatever friend throws my way.
Amazing. I'm kind of jealous. I love getting snowed in. It's very fun. It's very cute.
I was thinking, because I used to when I was training.
Oh yeah.
Would hate snow.
Horrible. Yes, agree.
I'd see 20 inches of snow on the way, and I would be like, God, like this it makes training so inconvenient. Now I'm like, bring it on. I've got 5 gallons of whole milk and I'm ready to die. Bring on your worst. I'll die. I don't give a shit. I don't need to. My mileage is at an all-time high right now. I banked mileage in the beginning half of the week. I can walk on my walking treadmill in my room. I'm good. We're good.
It did really suck though when you're training and you just get hammered with snow, or if it was icy or really cold, it's just like the anxiety that would inject into my veins about like, how am I gonna get my training done? We'd have like a Google Doc of like treadmill sign up times, and so I'd be like trying to wake up super early to like get my name on the list of the at my preferred running time. It's just like all of it sucks. It sucks. And then somebody inevitably like underestimated how long it would take to get to the gym, and then they throw the schedule off of who's starting when. You got to text everybody. Treadmill 1 is delayed 15 minutes. It's a whole thing that I'm glad I don't have to deal with anymore.
I mean, if I got to the gym and I'm on my and someone's on the treadmill still during my slot, time to go. Pull the power cord. Time to go. You knew. Now, unless it's a full chain, or if the first person throws the whole schedule off, they lose privileges, right then and there.
Your run is 15 minutes shorter.
100%. I'm like, get off the fucking treadmill.
You're just pulling the power cord on Galen Rupp. He falls forward, breaks his teeth. All good.
I'm like,
he deserved it.
I ruined the one person you can't pull the power cord on. I'm like, pull it on Cam Levin, Seguro Osaka any day of the week. You pull it on Galen, Centro, Mo. Oh my God, you wouldn't even dare. Speaking, and we weren't, and we didn't even have back in the day the Wahoo Kicker Run treadmills.
Oh, from the jump.
You thought you were gonna get me again. Jump. I got it. We were, we were Lifetime Fitness. Maybe if you were lucky, you had a Woodway. Not the Wahoo Kicker Runs. No,
not even close to it.
Not even close. Power with no power dynamic pacing. We were just pressing buttons like cavemen, trying to, it really. And speaking of the Wahoo Kicker Run, their athletes, this we'll get into it, but they had an absolutely fantastic weekend. The Wahoo Kicker Run is working.
What an endorsement.
I mean, it couldn't have been a better endorsement for Wahoo this past weekend. Get yours, wahoofitness.com, code Sidious, 25% off. You'll love
stupid.
it, or you'll love it, or your money back.
We can't make that guarantee, but we can say you're stupid if you buy any other treadmill at this point.
Truly.
When you see Ellie St. Pierre out there basically rocketing a baby out a few weeks back and then running one of the all-time best American 3Ks on the, she's on dynamic pacing.
I mean, yeah.
She lives in Vermont. She's in Boston. She's been on that thing all winter.
100%. Yeah. So should we just take it right? Should we get right into New Balance Indoor Grand Prix, or what's I
mean, there's so much going on in the world. We can go wherever you want to go. We can go wherever you want to go.
Do we start with what's going on with Victoria Beckham and the Beckham family?
Do we go with what's going on in Minneapolis?
I'm like, they're very similar stories between Victoria Beckham and what's going on in Minneapolis, but we can go with either one.
Get you a girl who can do both, right?
The what's going on in Minneapolis, absolutely tragic and insane, and what's going on in the Beckham family is absolutely bizarre and also tragic in a different way. What the hell? I would kill to be at Brooklyn Beckham's wedding and to have seen that the now famous dance.
Oh my God. So yeah, if you're not
following ruined this family.
If you're not following this closely, Brooklyn Beckham broke his silence on Instagram stories. Now, let's just have a moment for Instagram stories. Like, there's so much happened with Instagram stories last week, like divorce announcements of like, famous influencers, like a lot going down. But you forget that, like, we think of an Instagram story as like it's pretty low stakes, right? It's like, I don't know, I don't have that many followers on the internet. Like, this isn't breaking news. It's not a press release.
It's not quite hard post worthy. You toss it out there, a picture you like, something goes on. You know, you just toss it out into the abyss, and you see what goes on. But not in the case with Brooklyn Beckham.
Not in the case with Brooklyn Beckham. So he comes out with like a multi-page story, which functions as a press release about how upset he is with the Beckham family. And essentially all of these things end up coming out of the woodwork, but it's centered around their wedding. So he's married to a billionaire family.
Oh, I did not. I didn't know she's a billionaire.
Yeah, her family. Yeah, I don't know her personal individual status, but yeah, billionaire family. I think this all potentially stemmed from they're planning the wedding. The Beckhams are like, you know, wanting to contribute financially, and the billionaire family's like, that's cute, but like, we don't really need your money. Like, keep it. We got this one. Like, we'll pick up the tab. Which is crazy to say to the Beckhams, who have, you know, a ton of wealth, but in comparison,
they're completely broke.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my mind goes to like, okay, this all started. That's when this all began. Was like, there's some sort of
that's your
saltiness.
That's you doing a little bit of investigating and reading between the lines and saying this is kind of where the bad blood has started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is my own summation of the origin of the ill will. So a few things happen. Victoria Beckham is going to design the wedding dress, and the day before she cancels the dress. So there's no wedding dress, and the bride has to go out and get a wedding dress day before the wedding. And then
first off, that's a big point against Victoria Beckham.
Big point. That's not very nice.
If true.
Okay. It's all speculation.
It's also day before cancel the wedding dress. Did she have a reason why there's a cancellation of this dress? No, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, nothing that I've heard or read.
Now, because me personally, I'm on Team Victoria. I'm on the Beckham side right now, not Brooklyn's side. But this is not a good. This does not bode well for my case. I don't like hearing this. But
yeah.
And so look, I'm not gonna say that's exactly what happened. I don't know. Okay, but go on, continue. Sorry for interrupting. I just need to say where I stand and make it abundantly clear.
Great. I'm glad we had clarity there. So what ends up happening is they get to the wedding day, and I don't really remember like the sequence of events of like who's traditionally supposed to dance with whom first. Mm-hmm. I believe in our case, there were a few dances, and then Will and I danced. Like we did like the father, daughter, mother, son, and then Will and I danced, and then that opened the dance party for everyone. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people reverse that and do like the first dance is bride groom. And I believe that was the intended order of events for this wedding. But from the shadows emerges, this is a surprise. From the shadows emerges Mark Anthony, and it is like a surprise dance of Victoria Beckham and her son Brooklyn. And apparently it gets like it gets like inappropriate somehow.
Somehow. This is so fucking great that this is such a huge story. I would pay to be a fly on the wall and to see this dance. But how can it get like this inappropriate that it's ruined this family?
I like this is some Freudian shit, right? Like what is going on here? What happens? We need more detail. Like we can all fill in the blanks, but like I'd like an explicit explanation of what
has anybody from the wedding come forward with a statement besides this must have been a well-attended wedding with lots of stars, Not even, and I don't even need to hear Star's point of view. I'll take a
A
muggle.
random.
I'll take a muggle at this point who is just there at the wedding and said, "Hey, look, yeah, it was unbelievably appropriate. It was like she was like sexy red out there during a music video shoot, absolutely throwing that thing on her son, and it got very weird." Has Mark Anthony made a statement? I mean, there's. You would think that this would be something kind of easy to clear up.
So I went to the web. The wedding DJ. Guess what the wedding DJ's name is? You can't. Wedding DJ Fat Tony.
Of course, yeah. DJ Fat Tony.
DJ Fat Tony. So he had an account. He was on some morning show this week. I'm sure he's fucking loving this, right?
Oh, this is the best. Fat Tony is in heaven right now.
Fat Tony's a fat cat right now, feeling like the snippet is like him with the most smug smile of all time. So he says, quote, the moment was, quote, really awkward for everyone in the room.
Oh, okay. So it was
and
pretty bad.
And then it was, quote, inappropriate and awkward. It was.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so now I look really bad with that with my previous statement being so team not Brooklyn Beckham.
Yeah. So I guess also part of this
Fat
is
Tony talking.
That's Fat Tony. He's
been
neutral.
around the block. He's seen crazy shit.
He's seen some crazy shit. So there's no footage because there was a no phone policy at the wedding.
Of course, naturally,
a billionaire family, super high profile family. Yeah, we put the
people
phones on.
People want to let loose.
Want to let loose. Yeah, which honestly I love. Like they're the level of poise you have to have in the internet society is honestly just not that fun. Like there are times that I would prefer to act a little bit more of a fool, but like I'm a professional woman in the world, and I guess I can't, which sucks. Like even when we're talking on the podcast, I'm like, I have more to say sometimes, but like I should probably bite my tongue because I don't want to be cited for extremely concerning off hours behavior. Right? Like this is tough. So
you don't want to get kicked out of cribbage.
I don't want to get kicked out of cribbage. It sucks. But I would really love a no phones wedding. Like that sounds great. Like I feel like that should just be like the new rule in 2026.
That's what Victoria Beckham thought.
Yeah, she thought
she goes no phones. I'm gonna fucking pop this thing on my son and see. I feel good. She's loosened up. I mean,
she's had a couple of cocktails.
She's ready to get freaky. Fat Tony's absolutely spinning the tracks. Mark Anthony steps up to the mic and she's like, "What could possibly go wrong?"
So Brooklyn's wife, Nicola Peltz, Nicola, is the wife's name. I had to look it up. She apparently bursts into tears and leaves the room.
Oh, wow. This must have been an absolutely salacious dance.
Yeah.
She burst into tears and left the room.
Yeah. Yeah. But you would be upset if you see this and the day before that she was supposed to have designed your wedding dress, there's no dress. She Trojan horses in Mark Anthony somehow, which is hysterical of like, yeah, you're not contributing to the wedding and you have a surprise musical guest. Like, how did he get there is my question. Like, who knew about the surprise? Who didn't know about the surprise?
Nicola's like, Mark Anthony came out of my budget. Mark Anthony doesn't have just a small appearance fee like that. Like I get my dad's worth a lot of money, but Mark Anthony, for you to end up and then you're the one who's dancing to him?
Yeah.
A lot to break down.
There's a lot to break down here.
This is when you wake up from a night out and you're like things are a bit fuzzy. You're not you're like, oh fuck, did did I make a fool out of myself at my son's wedding? And then you see the news and you see Fat Tony has made a statement and you go, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We gotta put out a statement. We got to make a statement. Has our beloved David Beckham said anything?
Have the Beckhams made a statement?
Also, if you're Brooklyn Beckham, don't you? And your mom's getting a bit loose, and you're like, "Mom, let's dial it in a touch,
Mom,
just a touch."
Rein it in.
I think this bodes well on. I think it bodes poorly on Brooklyn that he couldn't handle the situation.
Like shut it down.
Shut it down. Like, look,
yeah.
This is. I think that's why Nicola was crying. She realized she didn't marry a strong man who can tell his mom to stop popping her pussy on you in front of all your friends and family on the biggest day of your life. That's what you need. Shut it down. A good dancer or someone with the confidence on the dance floor would be able to read the dance. You can see the dance is getting a bit graphic. You can see that your new wife her lip is trembling and her eyes are starting to fill with tears. And you can say, you know what? I'm going to grab her. I can turn this into an appropriate dance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what a strong dancer does. And he didn't do that. That is what a strong dancer
truly does.
That's what a strong dancer does. They can assess a situation and really read the room and say, you know what, we're losing the crowd here.
Let's rein it in.
Let's rein it in.
Let's rein it in.
Put your dress down. It's over your head right now.
Yeah. Let's just keep a lid on it. I'm looking for an official statement.
David's gonna. Well, look. I think Beckham is. He's gonna let. I think maybe let it die down a bit. They're concerned. Yeah. They're gonna let it die. Yeah. He's gonna see. He's gonna read the room. See how Yeah.
Devastated, worried, and concerned in the wake of the bombshell statement. I'd be concerned.
Those are not good words. Devastated.
Worried.
Devastated after your mother-son dance.
Victoria Beckham goes home devastated.
Devastated. Oh my God. You're like, how bad can a dance go? And it's genuinely couldn't go worse.
Couldn't go worse. Couldn't go worse.
Or couldn't go better. We're having an absolute blast.
It's infamous. Yeah. I mean, this is historic.
I wonder if they'll be able to a strong family can make up regardless of the dance. Now, and I hope regardless of the dance. I've always said that. This is something I say time and time again. No matter how bad the dance is, a strong family comes back from this.
You've made a lot of very clear statements that a good dancer can handle the situation, and a strong family can come back from the dance. Like, you've got a lot to say about this.
I have a lot to say, and I just think that no matter how bad the dance, the most important thing is family. And you go, look, I know I fucked up. And I'm sorry about that. And I got swept up in the moment, and I didn't realize how inappropriate the dance was. And I didn't think that Nicola was going to react the way she did. And I'm really sorry. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
This is what this kind of, and I'd hate to bring it back to Grand Slam, but this is what I said when Grand Slam needs just a good, sincere apology. And this is the exact same thing.
Same thing.
If Victoria Beckham really is the monster in this story, a good apology goes so far.
It really does. And what a life lesson.
Mm-hmm.
A good apology goes far. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up. Just apologize genuinely.
A genuine apology, all you need. That car ride, or David Beckham is. I'm just picture like they leave the venue and they're like driving back to wherever they're staying, and like just a silent car ride. He's like, do you realize
Do you
what
have
you've
any
done?
idea what you've done? Yeah.
But look, she's a spice girl. She's gonna get a little spicy out there.
It's in the name.
Sue me.
Name.
She's like, this is her in the car. She's like, sue me. I'm a spice girl. And he's like, oh no, the lawyers are gonna.
They're gonna sue you. Yeah.
You're sued. We're about to get taken for every penny we own.
Emotional damages.
Oh. Well, that is good stuff. We'll keep an eye on this. Let's monitor it, and
we'll monitor the situation.
I think they'll be okay.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Over under FanDuel odds. I don't think they're okay for a long while. That's a big cat to bring out of the bag.
You mean what Victoria Beckham did? She brought that big cat out, or you're saying like yes, no. She opened Pandora's box and really let it rip, and she's suffering the consequences. We've all been there. We have all been there, maybe not necessarily in the exact same position that she's been in, but we've all done something that we regret, and we end up having to take accountability and say, look, hand up, that's on me. I fucked up. And I'm gonna work at it.
We would really love a hand up. I fucked up from Ice, but I don't really think we're gonna get that in Minneapolis.
You put your hand up, you're getting shot in the head.
Yeah. Really bleak situation in Minneapolis with Ice, but I've got a lot of Minneapolis ties.
Yeah.
Got married there. My husband's from there. We still have a lot of family there, and it's heartening to see a community come together to all walks of life, religions, sides of the aisle come together and have such a public display of unity. Really, like the grassroots communications, everything that's going on to help protect each other is really heartening, and then completely disheartening to see another person shot by Ice in Minneapolis. So if you're there, we're thinking about you, and we're sorry. We'll do our best. If you're an ICE agent listening to this, maybe an apology could go a long way. But look, dark times, and hopefully this podcast can bring a little levity to your week if you're in the shit.
Yeah, no, what's going on in Minneapolis is insane. Hopefully it doesn't. So it seems everything you see in the news, it seems like Minneapolis is just like, it's a war zone right now. They're like, with everything that's gone on, it's really sad, really fucking nuts. And hopefully this isn't like igniting and it just continues in this trend. Hopefully that it lets up and we don't see more of this stuff, but don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Don't hold your breath, but we can all, do our part in small ways and try, to come up for air when you can and protect yourself. But yeah, we're thinking about you guys in Minneapolis.
We're thinking about you.
We are. I got the congressional dialer saved on my phone, making calls.
You're making calls. You're on hold right now.
Never not on hold. The voicemail hates to see me coming. I will say that.
This has just been on voicemail for them this whole pod.
Yeah. 34 minutes in, and they're like, is she a constituent?
They're just laughing so hard at the Beckham stuff. They're like, I don't get they're like, this is a very different call, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, like I've been meaning to figure out what's happening with the Beckhams, but I haven't had time. So this is great.
Besides that, I don't think. Besides, really hard pivot to go from the Victoria Beckham to Minneapolis. But besides that, what else has happened? Did you watch Alex Honnold climb?
Yes.
That building in, I believe, was it Taipei?
I think it's Taipei.
That was what an insane thing to watch live. Like Netflix, when they're meeting about doing this, they're like, look, what are the odds he dies? I mean, what an insane, the free solo climbing has got to be one of the most impressive things to me. I know they had done brain scans of Alex Honnold, and they had shown that the receptors, the fear receptors in his brain just don't really fire.
The amygdala.
In his amygdala. I mean, it really is amazing to watch, and so it translates instantly. Everybody sees that. You don't need to have any familiarity with climbing, and you understand that how wild that is.
So he climbed a 1,667 foot tower. Really crazy. No security equipment at all. I tuned in maybe halfway through.
Yeah.
And my tummy almost dropped out the bottom. Like that, it's crazy. But so I was reading about his amygdala today. So like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? But it is really interesting that this idea that it's trainable, that I guess like monks have similar abilities to like dull down the fear receptor. And there have been studies that have shown that you can train that sensation. And I would love to get on some of that training. Like that, it's amazing to be able to do something. I don't want to free solo a skyscraper in Taipei. No, thank you. But I don't know. There are certain things in life that I could dull my fear receptors to. Would love to know if this is like a natural thing. Like he woke up one day out of the womb and was like, oh, I actually don't have fear receptors, or if this is something that is trained over time. But what he's been able to do in our lifetime is completely iconic. Some may say crazy, but I also would not love to be married to this guy.
Oh, it sucked to be married to him. He's also, I mean, you see, he's firing a lot differently. I mean,
yeah.
There's a spectrum.
He's experiencing the world in a different way.
There's a spectrum, and the guy's on it. Okay, I mean, he's moving. We all are, of course. He's just on the other end of it. He's moving throughout that world differently. He's a bit too chill, bit too calm. He is. I mean, I saw there are videos of phone footage of the people in the building as he's climbing. He's 500 feet up, waving at the cameras, like having an absolute blast. And I think, I mean, did you watch his movie Free Solo?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, really good. Absolute, like one of those movies, like terrifying, insane. I'm not a heights guy, so it's really unsettling in a fun way to watch. But this building is like so easy for him. Like the stuff he's done, El Cap, is so much more technical and difficult, I'm pretty sure. So this is just like, climb this building for a huge payday. Absolutely. I
wonder what he got paid.
It's a blast.
I wish we could just know how much people get paid to do things.
Yeah, what's the Alex Honnold Netflix contract? Healthy. I mean, I'm sure that did really like great numbers. It's so different. It's as far as like sporting live events, this has got to be the first of its kind. And it's like, okay, success, like a big success. He does it. Worst case scenario, he gets 500 feet up and he falls to his death, and it's still an insane amount of publicity. Hey, all publicity is good publicity, Netflix is saying in their boardroom meeting on whether or not to have Alex Honnold climb this tower free solo live. Because they go, look, he could die. And they go, well, we're doing it anyway.
But we're doing it anyway.
Yeah. Fuck it, we're going live.
We're live. Do it live.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is quoted as saying Netflix is paying him an embarrassing amount.
What a flex.
to do this.
It's so low that that's why it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When asked, this is coming from a article I'm reading. When he asked if it's his biggest payday to date, Honnold said maybe, but that it's less than what his agent aspired to. So he didn't get everything he wanted. He also like appears to not give a shit.
Yeah, I his agent's like, bro, like you don't need to say his agent's like, it's a knock on his agent. His agent's like, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the number I wanted. But yeah, really, that was a really wild event to watch. I'm sure we'll see more shit like it.
Yeah.
And then it's only a matter of time until someone dies. I mean, that's what.
But people die all the time. Like this happens. It's like, I think it's just a handshake agreement that folks doing really dangerous stuff make in the world. It's like,
100%.
They've all had people that they're close with die, but it's, you know, they're dying doing something they love. Like it's their life's pursuit. And it feels like it's worth the cost. Like they don't think like, oh yeah, I could die today. Like obviously they wouldn't go climb a skyscraper in Taipei, but I think it's just acceptable for them as a potential consequence. Whereas our amygdalas don't move that way, right? Like that's a too big of a consequence for us.
Yeah, they're in like what they do. That is how you die.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Honnold. There was another movie called The Alpinist. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
and it was
really
the guy
good.
who was Alex Honnold was in it, talking about this guy, saying how crazy and unbelievable and talented this guy was. And he's done these technical stuff that even he and some of the other best climbers won't do. And in the end of the documentary, the guy dies.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean, the movie came out a while ago, so.
Swept away in an avalanche, never to be seen again.
Yeah, age 25.
Crazy. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, so Alex Honnold's wife he's like, honey, I'm off to work. And she's like, I love you so much. And if I never see you again, it was fun while it lasted. And Alex Honnold, since his brain's not really firing and he's not really registering emotions, he's like, all right, well, I'll see you later.
He's like, all right, love you, bye.
Yeah, love you, bye. He's like, I don't feel love.
Yeah. She's the climber herself, so I'm sure this is all.
Yeah, she might die out there too. We don't know. We just do not know.
We don't know.
We
really don't know.
We really just don't know.
We really don't know. I mean, really, that's the most exciting thing. Although we've got the Super Bowl coming soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, we've got Pat's first. Now, you're not really a Denver Broncos girl, but today you will be, of course.
Yes, yeah. I'm a Packers fan, but we had a rough go in the post, and now today I'll be rooting for the Broncos. It's probably not going to go as well as we hoped without Bo Nix, but I will be watching the game. I will be cheering. And then what is it? Seattle, LA Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to win there? If the Pats go to the Super Bowl, who do you want them to play?
Great question. I don't know. I think, well, I guess it would be fun because the two MVPs of the, it's really Matt Stafford versus Drake May as far as league MVP goes. And I guess it would be fun for LA, New England, if that's the case. Especially, it looks like Matt Stafford's probably going to win MVP. So Drake May needs to have his revenge and beat him in the Super Bowl. But I can't call it. I don't know which team you would rather play in the Super Bowl. And look, I am absolutely not overlooking the Denver Broncos. Okay, a team that's they've had an absolutely fantastic year, but now you got Bo Nix out and everybody's writing them off. That's a dangerous team. You overlook them.
They got a chip on their shoulder. They're not now. Nobody's got them to. They're supposed to lose, right? And so now, that's not the place you want to be in if you're overlooking a team like that, Aisha. It is really not the place you want to be, except when you're me, who's bringing FanDuel down from the cloud on your iPhone to
Okay.
just check the lines and see what we got going on for the day.
Yeah,
Probably
give
put
me
a
some
couple of
lines, give me
shekels
some
out there.
spreads, see what's going on.
Yeah, I just want to see, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, you don't need to explain yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a safe space.
I'm like, look, you're safe in my cribbage club. I think the gals will understand. You can read a few lines.
Great. Well, we'll come back to it when it fully downloads from the cloud, which goes to show my sports gambling is not. I haven't been doing it a lot because FanDuel was in the cloud.
Oh, so you're still waiting for it to load.
Mm-hmm.
You're
But
like you've
go
had to
ahead.
refresh the app.
No, like it. You know when your apps go to the cloud and you have to bring them down.
No,
Oh,
I don't.
okay. Well, if you don't use your apps for a while, then they're just not taking up storage on your phone. They go away.
Oh, I see what you. Yes, you have to like. That's what I meant by re-download them.
Yeah, I had to re-download.
I didn't really know where they were going when I didn't know they were necessarily going back up to the clouds.
Okay, we got a
Cloud
bunch of
seeding.
bunch of parlays. I'm not really interested in that right now. But wow, okay. Let's see here. Denver Broncos. I don't really know what all of the things mean. But Denver Broncos to win by 1 to 13 points is plus 360. Denver Broncos to win by more than 14 points is plus 2,000. I might put a couple of shekels there for the Broncos to win. Let's see what Pats are looking like.
Why
I think
not go wild? Put some money down.
Yeah. Patriots, they are the favorite. They are the favorite to score first. They are the favorite to blow everybody out. So I will not be putting money on the Patriots today. I don't really think that's a great use. But yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna be fun games.
I'll be doing some parlays probably. Keep my interest.
Yeah, send me your parlays over. Maybe send me your parlays over for the LA Seattle game. And I'll just ride with what I trust your gut. I'll ride with whatever you're putting down.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's talk. We've got a lot of track to talk about. Aisha.
Yeah, we have a lot of track to talk about. Other than I did want to mention the Super Bowl guests, Super Bowl halftime show guests. Have you seen this?
I mean, I know it's Bad Bunny. Correct.
Correct. But I thought that they said that they were going to bring out Bruno Mars and someone else. Did you see this?
I did not see it.
Maybe it was like deep. Maybe I was deep on Reddit, but yeah, I think they just released a song. I'll come correct with the appropriate information, but I'm seeing Bad Bunny, I'm seeing Green Day, I'm seeing Olivia Dean, my girl. I'm seeing Post Malone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
DJ Fat Tony anywhere in the lineup?
DJ Fat Tony's like, guys, I got the details. Yeah, Green Day's doing the pregame. Charlie Puth is going to be there.
A lot of people
going to be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. The Turning Point live halftime show has other people. I will not be tuning into that one.
I was like, wait, Turning Point's there? I'm like, that checks out. Erica Kirk's performing. I'm like, she has some serious stage presence.
She's performing an inappropriate dance with JD Vance.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine what Erica Kirk would do at a DJ Fat Tony set?
DJ Fat Tony just really gets ladies going.
It'd be like Magic Mike with JD Vance and Erica Kirk.
Okay. Speaking of big moments and big stage presence, I'm thinking about New Balance Indoor Grand Prix. I don't know why I then am segueing to Noah Lyles' entrance, but that's what it reminded me of.
Erica Kirk at Charlie Kirk's funeral. No, wait. So Noah Lyles was in the crowd
In a hoodie.
came and entered the track from the crowd, did his thing, came in second on the track.
Yeah. Yeah, my boy Jareem Richards got him. So Noah Lyles does this like huge entrance, is like jumping around, and I thought like, hey, I've seen this before. Wasn't it the Paris Games where you had that like huge jumping around
I think so, yeah.
show, and
was
then
it
like
Paris? He did it at Tokyo, I think.
And sometimes he wins and sometimes he loses when he does the big jump around. But I was thinking to myself, like, okay, you might be wasting energy.
Mm-hmm.
You have 300 meters to run. This is not 100. This is not 200. We need all neuromuscular systems firing on board for 300 meters. And I have to think, I mean, I love the showmanship. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. But that's got to sting a little bit to like have this like nearly, I'm thinking of like Pink in her residency in Las Vegas, descending on some cables, doing some acrobatics and tricks. It was like nearly that level of showmanship, like coming out of the crowd with your hoodie on. You gotta come down with the spotlight and
I mean, Pink getting brought down on cables, that could be quite possibly the exact opposite. That's preserving your energy times 1,000, right? That now all of a sudden we're getting back to like Wagyu beef, right? Your legs aren't even, you're not even using your legs before you get to the start line. Total opposite. Now, I think people love to clown on Noah, right? Especially, it's like, oh, you do these big entrances, all these theatrics, and don't win, and they kind of make fun of him. But I mean, you got to keep doing it, because now we just get back into the thing of it's boring.
It's boring. Yeah, of course. Like it's honestly, it's good for the sport, and it's sometimes even better for the sport that he does lose occasionally.
Absolutely.
Like he's willing to put himself out there.
You want competition. You don't want just the stars to be walking all over it, everybody. It's good to see them lose.
It is. And it was entertaining. It was really entertaining. I did think that the jumping and the bounding beforehand probably did him a bit of a disservice in the last 3 meters of the race.
He tied up.
He tied up, which you don't see that often with Noah.
It'd be funny. Imagine the person sitting next to Noah in the stands, like, dude, you gotta you're late. You're unbelievably late.
Yeah, like, brother, I've had this stress dream before. You're not where you need to be before the race.
I really don't want to tell you how to do your job. You're very good at it. But get your ass down to the track. Don't want to yell. I do not want to yell at you, but get your ass down to the track. But that was the last race of the day, and every single race, bangers, the whole top to finish, unbelievable performances. You had Ellie in the 3K in a really dominant race. 8 months after giving birth? Like
8 months after giving birth to her second child.
To her second kid. And it was such to run away from
Lyndon Hall,
Jess Hall like that, to do it like that. I mean, she didn't even wait. I think she went at like 500 meters to go or something like that. Lyndon passed her, Lyndon, I did think, came by her around the bell, and then Ellie, made a hard move really decisively, but it was such to run, what, 8:26?
8:26:54,
so
world
impressive.
Lead.
She doesn't have off days. She doesn't. Like, if there would ever be a time where you're not quite where you would think you'd be to build back up towards the outdoor season, it would be right now after just giving birth. It's just like her ability to just race at such a high level after giving birth and being away from the track. Like, it's just, you can't really say enough good things about it. Super impressive.
You can't. And there's just not really precedent for this type of dominance postpartum. So she's honestly rewriting the history books of what's possible for women coming back. And I mean, so many pregnancies and deliveries and postpartum times are so different for so many people. So, it's potentially an impossible standard, but it should also be completely celebrated of like, this is rewiring people's brains to understand what's possible for female athletes. Like it is, I was looking through some of, in the modern era, the women that have come back to sport at a really high level. And I can't find someone in track and field who, in the middle distances that require, as we know, a ton
Mhm.
of background training to be able to race at a high level. Like I can't find something this impressive. And if I'm wrong, please call in and remind me, because I think all these stories are worth celebrating. But I do think that this is one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
You would think that to piggyback off that a bit, it would just like must spark confidence for all the other, you know, athletes who are pregnant. I mean, speaking of big pregnancies announcements, you've got Sydney
Sydney,
McLaughlin-Levrone just announced she's pregnant. So it's like you would see how well Ellie is able to bounce back, and there doesn't need. It just sparks confidence and instills like the thought that yeah, I can do this. I don't need to. I can, if she can do it, why not me?
right, right. If you can see it, you can be it, and that's so powerful. I mean, even so, my professional career was 2012 to 2024, and back then, so this is 12 years ago, I, it was such a taboo. It was such a taboo to like want to have a family and be an athlete. It meant that you didn't want it as much, that you were taking advantage of your contract, that there was so many negative connotations. So it's almost like the scared straight program. Like you're just like taken in the night and told, if you do this you suck and you like aren't valuable to a brand and you'll never be good again
Yeah.
and whatever. Like that was truly how it was, how pregnancy was spoken about. And like, I'm not exaggerating. It's like you just would never, like it was like such a frowned upon thing. And some women bucked the trend and lost sponsorships. Like, I mean, think about Allison Felix's story. Like there are so many examples of women that have like really tried and worked really hard to change the story for women now. They walked so freaking Ellie St. Pierre can come out here and blast New Balance Indoor Grand Prix and show brands that like, hey, this is actually great. Like this is, if this is something that people really want in their lives, it is not a detractor. It just adds to, to their greatness and to their life and their happiness. And it doesn't mean that your career is over. And with support, financial, emotional, mental, that look at what can happen. It is, I don't think we can celebrate it enough.
Oh yeah. I mean, New Balance must be fired. Like for Ellie to come back, win at New Balance athlete, great day, huge performance by her.
Absolutely. And they're a notoriously supportive brand, right? Like they're
Yeah.
like I think about, my close friends and people we know in the industry, and they have really always been at the forefront of supporting their female athletes in this way of like, yeah, great, sounds good. Go, like, if you want to have a family, have a family. Like, of course, like we're here for you. And that is, used to be unprecedented, and I'm glad to see them. I'm glad to see them continuing to support their athletes and really be leaders in the sport.
Yeah. I mean, there was always things, like certain brands didn't do this. Right? I mean, wasn't Kara Goucher had a big fight with Nike about pregnancy and contracts being dropped or things like that. And it really doesn't make any sense, and it's not fair at all. So it's great to see brands sticking by athletes for choosing to do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and that was a great race. It was hard to see Jess Hull with a big fade late race, but I mean, the Aussies race a lot, and that's something that we love to see and we really support is like, hey, they stick their necks out there all the time. Like the Aussies are always racing at a really high level. And she just came off of World Cross.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's hard to be perfect every time you step out when you're racing so much and all over the world and doing so many things. And like she almost had it wire to wire. And then the wheels kind of fell off there. But really fun to see. I mean, Ellie, Lyndon, and Jess are some of the best athletes in the world. So seeing them go duke it out was amazing. Speaking on the women's side, still the women's 15 was great.
Great, yeah.
Also a really great race. Dorcas Ewoy, world championship silver medalist from Kenya, trains in North Carolina with the Puma group. She emerges victorious over Sinclair Johnson, who we were talking about this a few weeks ago of like, hey, look out. Like this is usually a time where you might see people wearing different brands. And we see Sinclair in her debut as a Hoka athlete.
Huge pickup for Hoka.
Huge pickup for Hoka. I mean, when you think about Hoka on the track, like they just don't have that many absolute global superstars. They have a lot of really great athletes and super elite athletes, but not as many of the global banger. So getting Sinclair is a huge pickup, and she raced really well, and to come second, at the tape with the world silver medalist has to be a really great start and a great feeling for her.
Yeah, I mean, she raced fantastic in Hawaii, was clearly in super good shape, and they they ran 401. Was it 401? 401 in indoors early in the year. It's super fast.
Yeah, it's January
1500 401. Great race. So yeah, I mean, excited to see where Sinclair goes. That women's 15 for the US is just so competitive. It's one of those fields that is so deep at come championship time, and to make that team, it's so hard.
It's so hard. That's one of the hardest teams to make.
Good. Yeah, it's a very, very hard team to make. And it's getting even harder if when athletes like Sinclair are out here running 401 in January.
Yeah. Rasheen Willis comes away with the win, 159.59. So she makes the world championship team, races in Tokyo, doesn't necessarily have the best race in Tokyo. She'd raced an entire collegiate season, and to come back first time out as a full-fledged pro, right?
Yeah.
And to win and be sub 2 this early in the year, that looks good. Really good showing from a lot of athletes. It was fun to watch.
I mean, and then you've got Josh Hoey, world record.
Jesus.
Men's 800. Now Hoey is on an absolute tear right now. Got the world record in the 600 a couple of weeks ago in Boston. World record now. I mean, world record in the 800. Just what he ran 142.5.
142.5.
Now this is kind of looking, because this is what Hoey does, right? He runs incredibly fast all year, and now you got to figure out how to keep that going, how to hold it, and how to make these teams, because you saw it was like 15 minutes before you saw his biggest, some of his biggest competition with Donovan and Bryce Hoppel racing that 600, and they looked a bit rusty, right? Like you could see that if your tactics aren't dialed indoors, especially in a 600,
good luck.
Good luck. It's just it's
so hard to pass on an indoor
so hard
track.
to pass and you got 3 laps, and with the 600s again, one of those off distances that you don't really race much, so you're not really sure how fast to go out, how slow to go out, how to preserve your energy in comparison to an 800. So if you're in a bad spot, it's really going to be tough to make moves and be
There's
where you need to be.
yeah,
And
no
you
room
kind of
for
saw
error.
that. But so it's got to be interesting for Bryce and Donovan to race run that race, and then a few minutes later you see Josh Hoey come out and break the world record. Now it's come, outdoor championships. It's gonna be another fantastic race, and it's really about how does Hoey manage to keep it going and not die out by the end of the year. But Hoey, it looked, I mean, the world record's a world record. The guy is crushing it. I'm excited to see where it goes.
It's interesting
fun.
when you think about the psychology of both of those two groups, right? Like as an athlete, your job is to train, your job is to race, your job is to, rest, recover. But a big part of the job is being like psychologically tapped into like your optimal state. And a lot comes down to the stories that you're telling yourself. And I'm sure the story of Donovan and Bryce, it's like they go out and they have kind of like a rusty, messy 600. And then Josh Hoey runs, and they're probably like, this guy, like, he did this, he's done this before, like, we'll get him later.
Yeah.
And then Josh Hoey sees his rivals go out and run this race, and he goes and runs 142.5, and he's like, yeah, I'm on a different level. I'm on a different playing field. Like these guys can't touch me. And those stories just like permeate and get stronger, and the athletes individually feed on this of like, yeah, okay, I'm just Donovan, Bryce, I'm making my way slowly. I'm making progress week over week. Josh Hoey, nobody can touch me. I'm dominant, blah, blah, blah. And those stories then like we'll see how they play out at a US Championships, at a Diamond League final, at World Ultimate. You would think that at least a couple of those guys will make World Ultimate. So it's interesting you can like so clearly see the psychology and the stories that these athletes are telling themselves. And everybody takes indoor in a different way. And maybe from the outsider's perspective, we say like, Josh Hoey, like, why are you doing this? Like if the ultimate goal is XYZ outdoor season, but Josh Hoey's story might be totally different of like, hey, I would like to go win a World Indoor Championships gold. And there's no World Championships outdoor. There's World Ultimate, which is a new concept, which like doesn't have the prestige yet. World Athletics is working really hard to build the prestige. I think it'll be an awesome event. And then, after the first time, like people will really buy into it, but you got to see it to believe it. And Josh Hoey's probably like, yeah, I would rather win the tangible medal that like matters this year than whatever. Like that, like clearly this is a priority to him.
This whole weekend just set up so I'm so excited for Millrose next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got Hoey in that Millrose mile, I believe, in Wanamaker. And because you watch Hoey is somebody who you know his game plan. I'm going hard from the front, and I'm just going to run fast. And that he ended up that strategy bit him in the ass come the US Championships last year. Everyone knew it. He's just going to go out hard. We got to sit on him and hopefully we have enough to kick by him at the end. And I don't know what he's going to be able, if he's going to want to do that same strategy come Wanamaker, what his tactics will be. I mean, but we also got to mention Cooper Lukenhouse ran really well this weekend too. He ran 145, I believe, for, was it a world U20 record or was it just US U20 record? Whatever, Cooper's looking great. So it's all of everybody's seemingly healthy and firing on all cylinders. And it's just bodes well for the future in this event group. But that Millrose mile next week is going to be an absolute barn burner, because I believe also is Hobbs Kessler in the Wanamaker.
Gosh, Hobbs looks really good.
Or is he in that 2 mile? Because man, I mean, Hobbs, we talk about some impressive performances this weekend. Hobbs is right up there at maybe the top of the list with a world record 2K. Now he looked fantastic. Grant Fisher is getting, because Grant Fisher's second, all the attention goes on Hobbs, but Grant Fisher ran fantastic.
Yes.
He did the majority of the work. The hard work was done by Grant Fisher, which is often the case. But everything is setting up so well for Millrose with Hobbs in the mile. You got Grant Fisher in the 2 mile, but you have Cole Hawker in the 2 mile, who also he was the American record for all of 17 hours. It seemed like.
What did he run? 52?
I think he ran 52. It looked like a pretty controlled effort. Just a great tune-up. I'm sure you see a competitor like Cole Hawker, you run 4:52 and you're feeling pretty good. You get the American record. Awesome. Job well done. And then you see Hobbs Kessler and Grant Fisher run, 4:49. And you're like, I would have loved to be in that. I like my odds in that type of race.
4:48.7.
4:48.7.
4:49.4. I'm always curious about that. I was chatting with my husband about it. Gosh, I would have loved to have seen Cole race Hobbs and Grant, but
we'll see it next week.
He got to stay home, right?
Yeah.
Not a weekend, sleeping in your own bed, eating your own food, not having to travel with this huge snowstorm, whatever. I understand that has value too. I just love to see people go head to head.
100%, but also, and I think it's even better because it just creates a better storyline for come this upcoming week. That 2 mile, I don't know what the requested pace is. They're going sub. I mean, they're going to run something insane, right? Last year's 3K, they ran 7:24. Was it faster? They ran 7:23. It was insane. I think we're gonna see a sub 8 performance. I think our FanDuel co-workers are probably the line is going to be the world record. It's got to be one of the most stacked races. And then you've got guys we haven't even talked about guys like Josh Kerr.
Yep.
George
Beamish. Strand.
It's going to be such a good race. It's going to be a very fast race. You're going to see everybody's going to be sitting on that train, super strung out. And then where you go from there, it's just.
We had this last year too. We had such a delight of an incredible 2 mile and an incredible mile. It's it is electric.
What's Cam Myers in? Because he's another guy. I mean, he's just on. He won the 3K at New Balance, 7:27.
That's so fast.
Aussie record, right? The guy is 19 years old, unbelievably talented. Our boy Mitch Dyer is going absolutely nuts seeing how well Cam Myers is doing. Ran 3:49 at the Dempsey for the mile a week before that.
Yeah.
So he is clearly in incredible shape. I mean,
Jared Nagose, Hobbs Kessler, Cam Myers, Ollie Hoare, Gary Martin, Robert Parkin, Festus Legat, Andrew Koskeren, Nico Young, Josh Hoey. The Wanamaker men's field.
Wow, that mile is so good because Josh Hoey clearly in insane shape. Now he's not necessarily thought of as a miler, but he's run very, very fast, and I assume you'd be crazy to think he doesn't have a shot in that. But with Cam Myers, Hobbs Kessler, Koskeren ran very well this weekend. I believe he ran 7:30, right behind Cam Myers, or a couple of seconds off. So he's in really good shape. And Yard Naguse, I mean, we haven't seen him run yet,
but he doesn't usually lose at Millrose. I think he's won 4 times.
He's figured it out before. So there's a reason why Millrose is kind of the premier best race of the indoor season. And this is why. It's just it gets the best talent, and people show up there expecting to run fast, and now it's being known as the track where you break records.
yeah, the track is fast. So we were in New York last year, and they had resurfaced the track. So we were all on the edge of our seat wondering like, oh, how's it going to run? Like, what times are we going to see? Is it going to be fast? Is it going to be slow? It's like a new added variable to the situation. And it was lightning fast.
Yeah. It's does Yard have the world record, or does Jakob did Yard break the world record at Millrose, and
He
then
broke it last year, and then Jakob
Got it back?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure world record is under threat again this year with how fit everybody's looking, and to run away from to beat those athletes we just listed, it's going to take something close to that to get the win.
And it's going to be just as exciting on the women's side. Ellie St. Pierre versus Jess Holt versus Nikki Hiltz versus Sinclair versus Dorcas.
Oh,
like
yeah.
This is it's going to be it's going to be ridiculous. That is so star-studded. I mean, like, who are you missing? Faith Kipyegon? Like, that's nuts. That's a great field.
That's a very, very
Georgia
good
Bell,
field.
Georgia Hunter Bell. Yeah, I mean, like, you're both fields assembled are, I mean, at least for the folks that are willing to travel to the US, it's like you're not missing hardly anyone.
Yeah, I mean, we know that the Africans tend to pass out on the indoor season, but
at least traveling to the US, like there's a
a
whole European circuit that they'll race. Yeah,
but they don't necessarily tend to there's not a huge priority.
Right.
They're not the emphasis is 100% outdoors, and if we get a few races on the indoors, great. But I really do like the putting the emphasis on having at least, and a lot of athletes and groups will do a really short season, right? Where they'll come out, they'll hit maybe 2 or 3 races and shut it down and start building up again. Even that's good. I like I like to see the competition. Right? So just having these athletes come out and race is all for the better. Does that M11 group do indoors? Does Keely ever race indoors? Does Georgia Hunter Bell step onto the track?
I saw that Georgia's racing in Australia, so she's, I think, opting.
They're doing that one, yeah,
to go down there. Keely's raced maybe a few times indoor, but yeah, I'm not sure. I remember Sarah Healy from M11 raced really well at World Indoors or European Indoors last time. So I think they do indoors, but are they down in South Africa?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, gosh, it looks great. I've got my space heater on in my office, and I'm thinking like
different vibes.
Like I couldn't be me anymore, but that looks pretty good.
Your seasonal depression is just hitting you like a freaking truck, and you're like, God, I wish I was in South Africa right now.
Yeah.
Wish I was logging miles.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting fit and feeling sun on my skin would feel good. But alas,
soon.
We have no plans for Sidious Mag training camp yet.
No, that would be I'd be a really funny camp.
I'm thinking we got something here.
A Sidious Mag camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be it would be it'd be a lot different than the camps we're used to.
I'm just jogging 9-minute pace.
We don't do any workouts. We are just focused on getting our mileage up and staying healthy.
Yeah. There's a lot of body work and physio happening.
We do hill strides once a week, and we prioritize recovery.
Yeah.
Be a good camp, hell of a camp. But we still go to altitude.
Camp.
We still go to South Africa.
Yeah.
We do like quite possibly the worst travel itinerary. Get to South Africa, and we log like 7 miles a week. And I'm just fucking burnt to a crisp.
I mean, It sounds so great. It would give me enough time to catch up on all the TV. I was thinking about this earlier this week because I started Heated Rivalry. I am like trying to watch Severance. Like I used to watch everything. Like I had part of the job is recovery. So like I would have time to watch all these shows. And something's got to give. I got to get in front of the TV and get these episodes in.
You're like, there's got to be more to life than this. I miss looking at more screens.
I miss all the TV I used to watch. But update. I've just finished episode 2 of Heated Rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
A caller had asked a while ago who we could see as being the Heated Rivalry.
Oh, that was a question?
That was like a voicemail a few weeks ago of like, are you watching Heated Rivalry? And if so, who are the people that you think might have a heated rivalry?
Which two? Now, are we going men here? Like which two, who would be having gay sex? You're asking.
I'm saying is like, who's in love and they're rivals and they are unable to reveal their love.
Probably Noah Lyles, Kenny Bednarik. Or probably two people in the 110 hurdles if we were to put money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of Trey Cunningham, it looked great.
Fantastic. We were rubbing elbows with him down in
Tally.
In Tally. And he's the king of Tallahassee.
He is actually the king of Tallahassee. We were at a bar that was so loud. We just were getting dinner. I was trying to be cool. I am talking to Trey, and I don't have the best hearing, so I have to like cup my hand around my ear.
He was yelling directly into your hearing
directly
aid.
Into my
He was behind your ear trying to get the volume and the input up in your hearing aid. You were in there walking like a cocktail shrimp, hearing aid. We were at the college bar. Trey Cunningham adjusting the hearing aid input, yelling into you, and you're like, still got it. Woo! But needless to say, Trey Cunningham was absolutely the king of the castle.
The king of the castle. He's like, you can go here, then you can go there. Let me design the night for you. Like he just had the whole town on lock. It was incredible.
And he looked big win in Boston.
Big win in Boston.
Looked really good. Good way to open the season.
Great way to open the season. Any other track news that we might have missed this week? I feel like you had a really good eye on what was happening at the Armory, what was happening in Virginia.
Yes, I thought I think that's about it. I'm sure we're missing something, but off the top of my head, I feel like we did a great job. Our listeners will let us know when we messed up.
Yeah, they'll let us know. They'll let us know if we messed up. But we will be in New York giving a pre-show, right? On Saturday?
Yeah, we'll be there. I think I get in Saturday. Can't wait. Biggest meet of the season, and you can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
I mean, as you said last year.
As I said last year.
You refuse to miss this meet.
Even though this year I'm like, probably shouldn't, but I'll be there. It's on the weekend.
Yeah, Mac and you're like, I'm not going to go to Millrose this year. And then Mac and Chris are like, do you guys want to go to Millrose? And you're like, yeah, obviously. Obviously I want to go.
I know. I think they felt bad that we thought that our old coworker is taking our spot. So I did get a nice message.
They did. No, they listened to the episode and they're like,
uh-oh.
They're like, we weren't going to invite him, but they're clearly
We don't want to piss him off.
They're being weird.
What if we just fight Kyle Merber?
Just beat the shit out of Kyle Merber. I'm like, this is what it's gonna be like in prison, bud. Welcome to Gen Pop. Welcome to the yard. I'm gonna shank him on the pre-show. He's gonna be holding my pocket. Woo!
I don't know what that means.
Just prison stuff.
Okay.
Either I hold his pocket or he holds mine. I haven't been, so I can't exactly say, but one of those means he's my bitch.
Okay. All right. Well,
we'll figure it out
every week.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so fun.
Kyle, we love
we
you.
Won't
it's
do
all
that.
good.
Yeah, we won't do that.
Yeah. Okay, should we hit some voicemails?
Absolutely.
Okay. I haven't really listened to them, so
okay.
No.
What's up, guys? So Aisha is drinking a lot of coconut water, and she also said that she has a lot of coffee. Just want to give you a little warning that coconut water is a natural laxative. Mixing that with the coffee, and you're drinking a liter of it every day, and trying to go out for a run. Speaking from personal experience, that could end pretty poorly. So just watch out for that. Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you, bud. You gotta love it. People are really just looking out for it.
People are really looking out for me. Noted, appreciated.
You just shit your pants in the next city's group run. And the listener's like, I told you.
I told you we needed to have bathrooms.
That you're like, now I totally understand where that caller was coming from. I shit my pants in a 2-mile group run.
That just made me think of when we did a group run earlier this year, and Eric and I, we weren't well enough for this group run. We unfortunately had done it again, and we were out way too late. And we started the group run and very quickly realized like we're gonna pull a calf, we're gonna rip a hammy if we run any further. So we turned the block at a couple of blocks in, and we walked it in. We went home. Everyone else ran a full run, and I think we ran 700 meters.
It's important to know your limits, know where you're at that day. And that was a day we just didn't have it.
We didn't have it, and that's okay.
We didn't have it, yeah.
Hi, Eric and Aisha, calling in from Wisconsin. A little non-running related topic. After last week's episode talking about screen time, I was wondering if you guys would like to reveal what kind of expose yourselves with your screen time.
No.
Maybe you could guess each other's screen time over and under. No. I know Aisha has said before that she's chronically online, and Eric is only employed light. So I would like to know your guys' screen time. Please expose
Sir.
that. Thank you.
That's an incredibly private question, and I absolutely refuse to answer.
I have a screen time disease. Like my screen time is completely unhealthy. Like
we're sick.
We're sick. I'm trying to do a couple of things to mitigate my screen time. First thing is I try to not look at my phone until I've done my gratitude journal in the morning. That probably happens 2 of 7 days per week. I am able to do that. And then I usually start working on my laptop, staring at a screen around 7. I probably stop staring at that screen at like 6.
Would you consider laptop when you're like, I don't consider that screen time.
You don't?
I mean,
staring at a screen.
Oh no, like your eyes consider that screen time.
Yeah. But that's not pleasure.
But that's not just like you're mindlessly on your phone. You're working.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you, like I'm giving you.
You're trying to help me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
You're gonna look it up?
I'm looking it up. Well, this isn't fair because last week Well, this is actually crazy. Last week I was on a work trip, so I
And also
had
when
no
you're
screen time.
when you're traveling, I don't know. For me, when I'm traveling, I'm sitting in the airport, like whatever on a plane. Like screen time is alarmingly high.
33 minutes a day.
That's fake news. That's insane.
That's crazy. It's usually in like
What
the
f-
3 to 4 hour range.
I don't even understand that number.
I know. I was on my other fucking screen. It sucks. I hate it.
Okay, you're on your other screen. Now all of
I'm
a
on my
sudden
other
now all of a
screen.
sudden I'm like, you know what? I'm back on. I completely.
But I'm on my other screen like nearly 12 hours a day.
Yeah, you love that other screen. Yeah.
Hopefully it gets less so that my pleasure screen time can go up.
Your
Go
your phone misses you so much.
It misses me so much. Like I've had to get a lot of my I had to get all the Brooklyn Beckham stuff through like podcasts. Like I didn't have my eyes were not on my favorite screen, which is my phone.
Mm-hmm. Your eyes preferred screen.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to reveal yours.
Mine's gonna be in the. I would guess mine's in the 4 to 5 hour range.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's too high.
Well, I would say I'm probably like 3 to 4.
Okay.
On a normal week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things I actually don't really care to change. Like
okay. I really like that.
Yeah, like I don't want to look at it first thing in the morning because I want like my natural circadian rhythm to be good.
No, of course.
I don't want to stare at my phone before bed, but beyond that, I'm like,
yeah. You don't want to disrupt that melatonin production.
I don't want to disrupt my melatonin production. However, I'll watch a show before bed, like on a TV, mostly because my Aura Ring data shows me that when I read books before bed, I don't sleep as deeply. I'm too jazzed up. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because you're reading absolute smut.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. So yeah, if I watch a little Brooklyn Nine-Nine or a little 30 Rock, I'm better. I'm better off. But
your Aura Ring's like, oh fuck, she's reading again. They're like, wait, no, she's not. She's just watching TV. Oh, she's watching Heated Rivalry. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's levels. There's levels to the screen time.
100%.
And I don't really care to fix it.
I absolutely love that. You don't really hear people say that, and it's refreshing to hear that.
I love the internet.
Yeah.
Mostly. Yeah. I don't love to doom scroll. Maybe that's probably why my screen time was down this week, but I do love a fun scroll.
Who doesn't?
Here we go.
Okay, so I don't. It's all love, but what the hell am I supposed to be doing without a coach getting ready for Boston? I thought.
Yes.
I don't know. It's like sneaking up. We're 13 weeks out.
Shit, yeah.
And I'm still waiting to hear from you guys. and all I've been doing is twiddling my thumbs. So when are we going to hear back on that? That would be great. Anyway.
100%. You're so right.
Yeah.
And hand up. That's on us.
Yeah, that's on us. Yeah, no, 100%.
We got to figure out what's going on with Mac and Chris.
Yeah. Maybe we should have a call this week.
Yes. I mean, either that or we can really hammer out the details in New York.
Mm-hmm.
But we did promise coaching, and
to be
I've
honest,
also been wondering.
Just drive the bus, Eric. You are a project manager. Like get it going.
People are going to be running really slow in Boston because of us. They're like,
okay, if you're listening to this and you want us to coach you, spend the next 2 weeks getting your mileage up.
Get your mileage up. You can do a couple fartleks. Do a fartlek a week. Really emphasize that long run. But
Don't even worry about
stay healthy. We're not gonna get too specific with race specific training. We're stacking mileage, getting general aerobic capacity workouts up, and we're just building from here. So that's our we'll do some hill strides just to kind of get those faster paces in our legs and to make sure we're feeling snappy and poppy and still good when the real harder workouts and more race specific workouts come. But that's going to be me and Aisha's advice for all of our athletes until we really figure out what's going on the coaching front. But we will have a more set in stone answer in the coming weeks.
In the next 2 weeks, here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
If you're coached by us, get your mileage up. I want you to do 10 by, minute on, minute off. Bingo. At some point in the next 2 weeks. I want you to do 8 by 10-second hill strides. And what's the third thing they should do? They are only going to do 3 things the next 2 weeks.
Long run. This is Boston. This is marathon training. So let's make sure we're hitting the long run every week. I'd say you can maybe alternate between doing just a regular getting your mileage in, and then maybe we do one, a progressive long run, right? You warm up for a couple miles and then let's just gently pick it up. For the middle portion, we'll cool it down for the last couple miles, that type of thing. But let's get them. Great. Let's get our long runs in. Maybe add on a mile or so every couple weeks. Just make sure
just the next 2 weeks. We're just giving them instructions.
Oh, you're right.
The
you're saying the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Let's get time on the feet, and also let's just make sure we're staying healthy, right? Because the most important thing come race day is that we're healthy and we're 100%. We don't want to be on the Boston start line 70% healthy. We want to be 100% healthy. We don't want to be overtrained. We want to be a little bit undertrained. We want to be hungry. We want to be ready to attack the race. So that's the next 2 weeks, and then we'll get more specific from there. I like where your head's at, Aisha.
Perfect. All right, you heard it here first. Here's another one.
Hi, Eric and Aisha. Big fan, long time listener, second time caller. My question is, I compete in a sport that's track adjacent at a little bit higher level. I also run, but anyways, so at competitions, there's this girl that has been telling me, "Oh, you would make such a great coach," or you're so prepared to be a great team manager, or you could podium in the Masters division. And at first, I thought she was saying it as compliments, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you," but now I feel she's saying I should retire, and I'm totally realistic about what I can do in this sport and where I'm at. And so I have my own doubts of how good I could be, and so maybe I should just retire or compete in Masters divisions. So I guess my question is, how do you handle self-doubt, especially when it's also being reinforced by other athletes, and or how can I play mind games with her back if that is what you guys think she's doing? All right. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. Love you. Bye.
Okay. Now I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to take this lightly. And I try really hard to not do too many swear words because, I don't want to lose my cribbage privileges, but
100%.
Listen to me. Fuck that bitch. Kick her ass. We don't need negativity. You need to do exactly what you want to do. I don't care what she says. If you're having fun, if you're loving it, if you're getting better, even if you're not getting better, if you feel this is what you want to do with your life, keep doing it until you don't feel that way anymore. Because coming from somebody who has no regrets in retirement and is very happy, you cannot put a price on feeling fulfilled. So you do you, girl.
I honestly, are we sure? Honestly, those just sounded to me like nice compliments.
You're not a girl. That's not nice.
Telling something nice. Let's say me and you are having a conversation. We're talking about training, and I was like, "You'd be a great coach."
Yeah, when women are doing it to women, no,
women
I
on
think
women.
You're right. Women on women is different. That is. It's you say something once, twice, but thrice.
Well, I mean, saying
something
saying, hey, like I think you could actually podium at the Masters division. That's rough.
Yeah.
But I think that being like, hey, like I think one day you'll be a great coach.
Yeah, but it's not a one day. Like she's
He's
not
saying
saying one day.
you got to get into
Like,
coaching now.
Like,
Well,
you'll be a great coach.
Whoever said this to her absolutely dominated her in the mind games headspace. So you're going to need to figure out, the caller's going to need to figure out what to do. You got to bounce back huge. And now her question is what to do with the self-doubt and if you're debating retiring. Now, that's a rough spot to be in because if you're even considering that, maybe you got to retire.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's like what you need to be able to do in the line of battle is to, not care about pain and not like have no doubts and just throw yourself into hot coals.
Do you absolutely still love what you're doing? Do you believe that you can do it at the level that it requires to be a professional? And do you want to keep doing it? And if all the answers to that are yes, then don't retire. But if there's a party that's like, look, I don't know if I can do it anymore. My heart's not, I love it obviously, but it's not quite where it is. And I'm debating retiring. If you're having those debates, it's only a matter of time until you're like, that voice is going to get louder and louder. The hearing aid is going to get turned up. You're going to be thinking, I gotta retire. I can't ignore it anymore. So, but if you love it and you think you still want to do it, then I mean, don't listen to the person who said you'd be a great coach and you could manage a team well. Even though I thought those were flattering comments.
No, listen internal. Turn off the noise on the outside, and then listen to the interior, and that will guide you.
Yeah.
Or go back to what I said. Fuck that bitch and kick her ass.
Yeah. 100%. I totally agree.
Okay, here's another one. We have a lot of great voicemails this week, so I'm keeping my eye on time because I don't want you to miss the pregame.
Hi, Eric and Aisha. I have kind of like a two-part question. So how did you know in your final year of college that pro running was like a feasible career option? Like, was it someone you talked to? Was it just because of times? Whatever. And then part two of that is, how did you know when it was the right time to kind of hang up those spikes and call it quits? Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Exactly what Eric said about what he just said of like, if you are realizing that there's a doubt in your mind that you have what it takes to do this at a high level and are willing, that you either have it, maybe you don't have it physically, maybe you don't have it in other ways. That was my story of wanting to retire. I just knew that I wasn't where I needed to be physically to be effective in world class. And that was what I wanted to get out of running. And once it was clear that I didn't have what it took to be world class anymore, that was time for me to hang it up. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, it's towards the end of my career, I just had a tough time staying healthy. Felt like a lot of time I was like in a battle with my body. And then, but more importantly, it was like, I didn't have the same passion that I had in the beginning of my career. And I think I could have kept going and raced and done better. And but I think as soon as I started slipping away from like really competing at a high level, it was tough. And I kind of knew pretty soon after. It wasn't like I had this long battle of like, should I retire or should I not? The writing was kind of on the wall and in my heart, I knew it.
Yeah.
But as far as like when you knew it was feasible to go pro, it's like, I mean, yeah, like you reach a point in college, and the cool thing now is that there's people that, like I was fortunate enough and lucky enough to like win NCAA titles, so it was like from there, you're gonna to go pro, and I'd run pretty fast at Northeastern, so I knew it was possible. But you can have careers in college that aren't as successful, and you see people who are like they just peak later, they mature later, and they get better and better like the farther out of college they are. And that's just, it's like, look, I still believe that I am not where my peak is. And I love this sport. I love doing it, and I believe in myself, and I'm just going to keep plugging away at it. And you see it work out all the time for those people. So that's what's amazing. There's so many different avenues to get to become a top professional athlete. Not everybody's story is the same, and everybody's a bit different. So it's fun. So there's not really, that's kind of how I got there, but it's not how everybody gets there, or you need to be at a certain spot.
Yeah, I had a very different story. Like I went to Illinois State University, go Redbirds, but we didn't have any, like, going pro in track and field just wasn't the cultural thing that it was at University of Oregon, where Eric was in his final year. Like I really didn't know professional running existed. Like I was living under a rock, really, like in the track sense. Like it wasn't until I never made NCAAs until my senior year. And I never made NCAA cross country. And my senior year, my first NCAAs was indoor, and I was second in the mile. And like from there, a world opened up and like revealed itself to me that I didn't know existed. So, I mean, obviously it's always like you have to be good enough, and that comes in various journeys and various stories. But yeah, for me, it was like, I just had no idea. I had no idea that was something to like truly pursue, what that looked like, until I ran well enough to like get educated on the space.
Yeah, no, it's everybody's story is a bit different.
Okay, this is probably pretty fun.
Hey guys, Jen from New York City here, which receives a lot of slander but no hate. I have a suggestion and a question. Number one, last week you talked about merch because someone had asked for an update. And the funniest segment that I think I've ever heard is your takes on Gudaf. And I really need a hat that says "Ever heard of Sin Kick," or a t-shirt, or literally anything. Please give more Gudaf takes. Also, side note, once I went for Ethiopian food in New York City, and Gudaf was at the restaurant.
What?
And I was feeling very affirmed in my choice of Ethiopian. Second question is about traveling for races as a pro. I am just astounded by the roommate situation, and I would love to hear more about this, because as someone who's a little bit particular traveling and just very introverted and needs my space, I'm super clean. I like to have things in order. The thought of getting a randomly assigned roommate that you've maybe never met when you're trying to lock in and compete is crazy to me. So I would love to hear more about this and how it worked out. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Great question. First of all, great suggestion. Love that. I think I saw Eric write it down while you were saying that. So that is genius. Gudaf merch. Incredible. And then the roommate stuff is like actually crazy. Now that I am in corporate America, it is bananas. But when you're in the moment, it just is what it is. And you have this delusional desire to compete that it doesn't bother you. And like that is, it's like signs you should maybe retire. It's like when that's like when those sorts of things, which like as an external viewer at this point, now I'm like, that's absolutely crazy. Well, how do we do that? But when you're in it, all of those external factors wash away. So it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. But I was thinking about this past week because I was in New York. Should have gone to Ethiopian with you, dear caller. And yeah, you're like, you have a hotel room by yourself. Like, I'm not rooming with my coworkers. That's such an obscene thing to ask. But it's interesting because in other sports leagues, they're not like, I don't know, like professional golf. Like I'm thinking of like other individual sports, like golf, tennis, whatever. Like in professional golf, the leagues don't pay for your travel and your room and board and your meals and whatever. It's like you make a lot of prize money and you make a lot of money in your endorsements, and then you figure out your own travel. But in track and field, like all your travel, meals, and expenses are covered. And that just means like you're rooming with people. And it's nuts. Like, again, you don't think twice about it, but I think about a few of my crazier situations where you're like, you don't speak the same language. You're going to sleep in the same tiny room because the European hotel rooms are so small. You're going to be both on twin beds. You could probably reach over and touch your roommate. You don't speak the same language. You've never met. You'll probably never speak again. And that's just like what you do week in and week out. And it's totally normal. It's totally normal. And you figure out ways to communicate, and you figure out ways to get along or not get along. You hope that maybe they come from the same time zone as you. So like you can try to get on the right time zone. But yeah, like it's sometimes not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, I don't know. It is so. It's just how it is. Like I never once thought like, man, it's so crazy that I'm staying with another athlete that I've never met. That's just how it is. I've never had bad roommate. I've never had a bad roommate experience where I'm like, this is really bad. But when you get to the pro level and you're having these roommates, everybody's incredibly locked in.
Yeah.
Like you go to London, you go to Europe for a meet, and you've got a roommate who's another pro athlete. It's not like that athlete is there for other like he's there for the same reasons you are.
Yeah.
And you're there competing, and you sit there as athletes. There's a lot of hotel time. There's a lot of just sitting around waiting to compete, and you're just in the hotel room all day. And those, like you said, those European hotel rooms, instead of in those two twin beds, are basically one queen, and you got to pull them apart. And you're like, why? Why the hell were these so close?
Yeah. You're rearranging furniture. You're like you always take somebody's side table. You scooch the beds more apart, and then you take someone's side table and put it in the middle of the beds, because usually the beds are like pretty much touching.
Yes, very much touching. It'd be a wild move if, like, let's say I was rooming with someone and they get there and I do not move the beds apart, and I say, no, look, you can't. I prefer the beds like this.
And I'm going to sleep butt naked.
And I'm completely naked. And I'm going to put on the fan app as loud as possible.
There are certain things like common issues would be, I've had some incredible air conditioning battles over the years.
Oh, I don't like those.
Yeah. One of the worst was actually in Puerto Rico. Now a lot of Caribbean athletes, a lot of East African athletes don't like the air conditioning. But I was rooming with a girl from Poland, and she did not like the air conditioning. And it is 1 million degrees outside, 1,000,000% humidity. And anytime,
like a pole?
Yeah. Anytime I was not in my bed, like in visual contact, like even if I just like got up to like go take a tinkle, I'd come back, AC's off, doors are open. Like we battled for days.
That's why when I get to a hotel first, I do choose the bed closest to the closer to the thermostat. 100%.
You're boxing out.
I box out. Yeah. I want to be, I want to, it's like, if the AC's a wall unit, I'm getting the bed closer to the wall. If it's
that's so smart.
Yeah, I want to be the one who has the last say in that AC before bedtime. But I mean, I've had AC battles, but again, I always have the high ground, and I've made it abundantly clear that. You can't have the heat on. At no point should there ever be heat on in a hotel room.
No, absolutely not. And it's going to smell.
Highest I'll go is 68. Yeah. Highest I'll give you.
Best I can do.
Best I can do is 68.
Now, I have a question. Since you were one of the OP, Oregon Project people, did you have a freaking altitude tent that you traveled with?
I had traveled with it initially, but I stopped. I really could not sleep with. They're the canopies, right? So they only go above. They would only go to your like chest, mid chest.
Yeah.
I did it. I stopped sleeping in those, and I would just sleep in an actual tent, altitude tent. But I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't like be in a hotel room with an altitude tent. No.
Yeah.
That'd be a wild, very wild move.
And
I'm in a
some
tent
people do it.
for sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look, it's
so
a very
wild.
specific type of person, very wild that that thrive doing distance running. I'm in an altitude tent and I'm also hogging the AC. They're like this guy's a absolute nightmare.
This guy's an absolute nightmare.
And the altitude generators are pretty loud.
They're loud. That's that's the shitty part. Is like it's so loud when you're in the room with someone in a tent. And I'm like, I just want to unplug it in the night. Like, shut the up.
That would be that'd be a superpower move if you unplug the generator. That will create it's like you thought that the AC battles were enough. You start unplugging altitude tents. You're gonna have blood on your hands, Aisha.
Okay, we have 3 more voicemails, and I just want to get to them because you are all very
okay.
Great
Yeah, we have to fly through these.
Yeah.
Let's go Bears. Aisha, how you feeling about the Bears being the Packers twice this year? Anyway,
Oh,
Eric,
talking shit right on the
I saw
jump.
on the last episode that you started reading the Count of Monte Cristo. What
Yes,
other
sir.
books you into that you're gonna probably read this year? I started also reading this year. I started reading Red Rising, so recommend the book as well. Thanks, everyone.
Cute.
Was
Clearly
he
has a he wants a what are you reading? Some more book recs from you.
Ooh, let's see. So I'm reading Count of Monte Cristo right now. I've got a couple hundred more pages. It's a thick fucker, right? Big book. What am I reading? So I think I've got a couple books I want to read next. I think one of them is called Pierre, and then I think another one is called. I haven't read these yet. So and then I think the one after that is The Master and the Margarita. I've heard a lot of good things about both of those. So if you want to join my book club,
Cute.
those are the ones I will be reading next.
Great. Okay, 2 more.
Hey, Eric and Aisha. This is Katie B from Tempe, Arizona. If you haven't seen, there's this phenomenon going on called Burrito League that started here in Tempe. It's a crazy thing where people are running a 0.2 mile segment up and down Mill Avenue, back and forth 24/7 until the end of the month. I saw your boy Ben Blankenship out there with Mount the Coast, but I thought you guys should talk about this. Would you do something like this? Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thank you for explaining what Burrito League is because there's one in Boulder.
There's a lot of hype around Burrito League.
Yeah. I'd like to understand why it's called Burrito League.
Now, I think I can help you out a little bit with that, Aisha. Now, I might be a little off, but I believe it was started because Chipotle had offered to give somebody who had run a short segment, free Chipotle for, could be a month, could be a year. No one really knows. I don't know. I'm sure someone does. To give them free Chipotle. And then it kind of took off. And then I think Chipotle either backed out or they stopped doing it after a certain period of time. And then they were like, let's keep it going. And it's getting people are loving to do this, and we'll just have a local. I could be literally just making this entire thing up, but I think
it sounds right. So you
I
still get
think it's
burritos?
right. Well, I think they continued doing it, and now it's just like
It's
a local place is like, you know what, this is fun. Like we'll do it. We'll take over for Chipotle. We'll give you a free month of burritos. This is a fun like community thing. We're gonna need to double check with our boy Ben Blankenship, but I believe it's something like that. And people are running like lots and lots of miles on very short Strava segments. And
I've
but it
seen
seems very
people
fun.
running this. I know where the segment is in Boulder, and I meant to go last week. maybe I'll get out there. Maybe I'll get out there and throw a couple laps in there today.
Do it.
Yeah. I've seen him out there. Running. But I think we're gonna wrap it on that voicemail. We got
to save some stuff for next week.
We got to save some stuff for next week. I got to get my FanDuel bets in. We got to get ready for the game.
Send me your parlays.
Okay. And then I'm going to see you next week, and let's record our podcast in person.
Let's do it. I absolutely cannot wait.
Great. Hopefully you have a good week. Please keep us abreast on social. I would prefer like at least one of your like, your notorious reels that you do from bed, letting us know how Winter Storm Fern hits.
Okay. Yeah. I could see bringing that back.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Have a great week. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.